One of the hardest things about launching something new online is actually getting your initial customers, getting people to try this brand new thing that you've launched online to the world. How do you do that? What are some of the mental blocks that your customers will have when it comes to actually trying your thing? Well, there's one that is particularly the big one. And if you get it wrong, it's going to be super, super difficult for you to make your business work. So in this video, I want to tell you exactly what that is and then show you with demonstrations how you should position your business to make sure your customers lap it up and you make yourself lots and lots of money. With that being said, let's go. Something I thought about the other day. Somebody asked me, so the background to this is somebody said to me, what do you think it would take for Donald Trump's supporters to turn on him and no longer support him? Okay, that was a question that somebody said to me just over dinner. And regardless of what you think about Trump and what he's done, who cares? Yeah. But I thought the question was interesting because he has famously said he could walk down Fifth Avenue, shoot somebody, and his popularity would not be affected. Okay, so he said that. And I actually think that's true. I think that's true. And the reason I believe that is true is because of something called confirmation bias. So if you look at Trump and the MAGA supporters that he has, there's a huge amount of confirmation bias going on. What is confirmation bias? It's we tend to look for and sort information to support our pre-existing ideas about a particular thing. Okay, so whilst a Trump supporter would see what's happening with Mar-a-Lago and the documents classified in this FBI raid, and they would go, that's evidence that the swamp needs draining and it's time to clear things up. And that's what Trump was doing. And now they're going after him. So that supports that theory. Whereas other non-Trump supporters would see that as confirmation that, you know, Trump's a criminal, he's got to go, he's been bad for democracy, and all those other things that non-Trump supporters believe. I've got fuck all input either way. However, I think it's interesting. Okay, so that's confirmation bias at work. We all have it all the time. That's why whenever I see people driving Porsches, I immediately think they're awesome. That sort of thing. Okay, so I thought it was kind of interesting to kind of think about confirmation bias and about how to actually go about using that in your marketing to get an advantage and to tap into that. Because one thing you definitely do not want to do in your marketing is try and convince somebody of something new. That is actually a really, really difficult thing to do. And governments and publicly listed companies spend billions of dollars trying to convince the populace of something new. Typically, they're unsuccessful. Okay, typically they're unsuccessful. So instead, what you have to do to take advantage of confirmation bias is align your product with an existing belief system that your marketplace has. That's how you approach something new. And especially true if you can kind of tap in to, for instance, the language that they use to describe a particular phenomenon. Think about how Trump used that to his advantage when there's all this kind of like, oh, it's fake news and all these little things, stop the steal, all things like this. He kind of really used that to his advantage to get his supporters to develop this huge confirmation bias around everything that didn't support the idea that Trump was this kind of demigod for them. Okay, so you don't want to try and make people believe something new. Instead, your goal is to link your product to the existing belief systems that people have got in their head. That's the way to approach it. Okay, then an example of that is something I've spoken about before. I used to sell a skincare brand. I sold that business. It had some other brands as well, but I sold that business. And one thing we did with that was we had the product made in Switzerland. Why did we have the product made in Switzerland? Because of the preconceived image that the majority of people hold around the cleanliness and the quality that comes out of Switzerland. So that image was already there. All we had to do was tap into it and attach our product to that pre-existing image, what was in their heads already, okay? But if I had my product made in Bangladesh, if you are from Bangladesh, I apologize for what's to follow. But if I have my product made in Bangladesh, then you've got an image in your head of what Bangladesh is like, okay? And I suspect it is not one that is clean, okay? So if my skincare comes from Bangladesh, now all of a sudden, I've got a much harder task ahead of me, okay? Simple thing, but it really, really matters. It really, really matters. So you want to find things that your marketplace already believes and tap into them, okay? So this is why these things are basically stereotypes. That's really what they are. And so anytime you can tap into those stereotypes, country stereotypes, action stereotypes, whatever it may be, that's going to help you with your product by using confirmation bias, okay? Hey there, this is Neil-Asher from the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. I want to say a big thank you for watching this video. That video actually was from the regular Monday night Q&A session, excuse me, that I have with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. Over 2,500 of us now, and growing, by the way. We're the fastest growing community of e-commerce entrepreneurs right here in Australia, with sales, by the way, of over $50 million. Now, if you'd like to find out more about what we do at the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs and get yourself off there and come and join us, all you need to do is go to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au, aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au. The link for that, by the way, is underneath this video, and I will welcome you with open arms and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Till then, have a good one. Bye.